Welcome back to Ski Week. Heather is here with us. She's poking things. Apparently, she needs to hear better.
Now hit that recording in progress screen ad to continue
See?
on.
Yeah. Oh, see, I don't have that problem. Mine just irritates the snot out of me. See? I actually talked through it. And this time she's going, cocksucker. I hate it. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. Hey, Zoom. I know you probably will have all of these. I mean, I know you're keeping tabs on everyone. Please stop that.
Yeah, like I don't want to be touching my screen while it's recording. That'd be like before it starts recording, pop-up's fine, but once it starts, I don't want to be,
My life was going very, very well without you telling me recording's in progress. Guess what? I saw the little thing on the bottom where it switches from record to pause/stop recording. The buttons change when you click it.
Pop up in the corner on my screen, so it's not like the person who it's. Yeah.
You can't see my finger, but it's right there.
Yeah. So it's not like the person on the other side doesn't know. It's not like we need a warning. But
like we need to hear.
The thing pops up that says recording in process, and it asks if you want to continue or leave the meeting. It's being recorded now.
Oh, it does that to you? Doesn't do that to me on my computer.
It does that to me on this end.
Thank God I made Justin switch back to his laptop for the wrestling one. Thank God that popped up on my screen. I'd just be mad. Like mad. Like when I'm watching WWE or NASCAR, and there's everyone telling me that I have to do my part or I'm a terrible person and get vaccinated.
Oh my God. So irritating.
See? It's a good segue. It's a good segue. If you went through this thing right here, like this is the wrestling notebook of the gods. Like, yeah, but if you go through that, you'll see about like 19,000 times. For the love of God, stop telling me about getting vaccinated or that I'm a terrible person if I don't get vaccinated. Because all you're going to get me to do is turn you off.
I actually stopped watching Bewitched. I was watching it on Tubi, and every freaking commercial break was for that home COVID test, telling people you can socialize, securely, knowing that you're clear, you're tested, before. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You think I'm gonna do this every time I'm gonna leave the house to go somewhere socialize? Yeah, you think I'm like that paranoid?
Like I'm not gonna be like trying to be a dick, but I mean, like old Chicago did shut down for a little bit, at the beginning of it, before they started doing takeaway. But the second they were open, I was there. When they were closed, we went to the Angry Ginger, the bar. Trust me, there was a lot of people inside of that building. I was there. I went to the Hideaway, which is right there. Really, really jammed. Way over capacity for, certain things. Can't tell you what. See, because then they can't get in trouble. Guess what? Didn't really care. Want to know why? Because I'm like you, and I'm in that perfect age group where, I don't have any pre-existings. I'm not morbidly obese. I don't have diabetes. I don't have heart disease. I'm not a cancer patient. Thank God you're not. Yeah, I'm not very many things. I don't have any of the pre-existings. Like, I can move on life without it, like we do the flu every year. Like I'm in legitimately what they call the prime of my life. If getting run over is a pre-existing condition, then I have that.
Yeah, but that didn't
brain damage. I don't think brain damage is one.
Well, apparently I now have a necrotizing soft tissue infection of unidentified specific origins. So, I guess that counts as something. But I already had COVID once, and I've been exposed twice since then and tested negative both times. So I have natural immunity, much like Rand Paul, who announced last week, he got all kinds of backlash because he announced last week that he's not getting the vaccine unless somebody shows him some evidence that proves that getting the vaccine protects you better than natural immunity.
And I'm just throwing
he
it out
hasn't
there.
seen any evidence of that.
I'm just throwing it out there for people that don't understand that listening to her angelic voice and whatever the hell word you want to use to describe mine. Can't use annoying, irritating, but he's kind of a doctor.
Yeah, he's an ophthalmologist.
He might actually know a thing or two about this. He might not be like an infectious disease expert, but they all learn about this stuff. They all go they all.
Yeah, you have to go through basic medical school before you go into your special field. So they learn about a lot more than just their specific narrow.
You have to be able to do the basic stuff before you hit your
Exactly. So
You
he
have to
knows
walk
a
before you
lot
can run.
about this stuff. He knows a lot of what he's talking about, and he said he has seen no evidence
I
at
haven't.
all that the vaccines help more than natural immunity. He says, they're
Especially,
great for people who haven't had it and don't have natural immunity and want to get
yeah,
it. Great, but if you have natural immunity, there's no reason to get it. And I've also heard
especially,
people saying that the people who already had it and had the antibodies and then got the vaccine had much worse reactions to the vaccine than people who hadn't had it yet.
yep.
So,
Like the
like those
vaccine's
people,
been
they don't want to
100%.
do it.
The vaccine's been 100% like crazy. And then all of them saying, well, you still have to get another one in 6 months. Like, so what's the
Yeah.
point?
I know Fauci the other day saying
He's an idiot, by the way.
people who fully vaccinated people may not necessarily have to get COVID booster shots. May not necessarily, maybe under certain circumstances they might, he can't give a straight answer. It's
Look,
never yes they will, no they won't, clear cut, nothing. He always leaves it open for interpretation, open for changing his mind, because he constantly changes his mind. So he doesn't want to give you a decisive answer, because 6 months from now his answer is going to be completely different.
Yep, he's in the shadow realm. He's in the shadowverse. Like, that's where he lives. He's just doing the deeds and saying the right words for, like, Biden and Obama, like his handlers, and to get them exactly what they want, because he is
exactly. That's why, in the beginning of this, when he came out and said that healthcare workers should definitely be using masks, but the general public shouldn't be, and talked about all the complicated ways how people touch the fronts of them, and they want to touch in their face more because they're fiddling with it. Yeah. They wind up spreading more germs that way. Yep. You have to handle it properly, or it doesn't work the same. When he came out and said that, suddenly we didn't see or hear from the man for like 3 months. He was just silenced, and they finally let him come back when he got on board and said everybody should wear a mask. Then he came back in the public eye, and he has been our constant since.
And thankfully, there's a guy named Donald Trump. What, you and Anthony, Dr. Fauci, me and Tony get along great. I'm like, sure, okay, bye. Like, he just got literally, that's how it happened. But I mean, Fauci, like, all I gotta say on COVID, though, big one, is you're welcome, Dad. You're never gonna hear this because you don't listen. But remember, when did you, Meg, Jeff, Evie, and all y'all suckers get the COVID? I don't know, when was that?
Meg's Christmas party.
December of 2019. And what happened to me at the end of November that year, which caused Mom and Dad to come down
in North Carolina with you. They didn't get it.
And I'm not trying to be a dick. Mom might listen.
Not get the rumor.
She does. But you know what? Here, play this part, Mom, as you say, you listen. You're welcome, Dad. Because with your lifestyle and habits, you would have died like a mother, because you would have kept doing all those things.
Yeah, his smoking, the way he hacks up a lung every morning. I don't think he's not somebody you want getting this thing. He's high risk. He's somebody who should get vaccinated because he's high risk.
Yep. And Mom, I'm not going to thank you for getting run over. Well, you know what? I'm not being a dick. Everyone will admit smoking and drinking are two big no-nos. I'm not saying he smokes too much. I know people that smoke and drink way more than he does. We all know that.
Yeah.
And he's cut back, since the work hours changed.
Well, I mean, because he doesn't really drink on work days at all. Yeah. Like, even doesn't really, now that he's getting home so late, doesn't even have an after work drink. So
smoking, guess what? We all have that.
Cut back.
Like that. But guess what? If you're hacking all that from years of smoking, I mean, you could smoke like a pack a week. You'd still have somewhat of a hack after this many decades. You're welcome. You're welcome. Mom, you might never thank me for I'm not going to thank you for getting run over.
But she has chronic bronchitis, so she shouldn't be. She's not safe from this either.
But if I didn't get run over and you guys weren't here, y'all would have got the shit too. So what? Thank you, Jesse.
They would have had it really bad with the way he coughs and chokes from his smoking.
And Mom and all her allergies and sinuses and everything else.
Yeah, her allergies, her sinus problems, her chronic bronchitis. They would have had it bad. They're high risk. If they said they wanted to get the vaccine, I wouldn't blame them.
Guess
they
what?
Don't want to get it. I wouldn't blame them if they
did. Guess what? It's out of love, but all I want is someone to text me and say, thank you, Jesse. Because if we didn't have to be here together because Zillman decided to play Frogger, Can't imagine who that was. Yeah, you guys would have got it too. No offense, but you're older. And well, at that age, your body hates you really, really bad, no matter who you are. So you're welcome. Now I'm just waiting for a grassy ass.
Yeah, but
I'll never get one, but I saved y'all's lives, possibly. Mm-hmm. And on the whole vaccine thing, well, they're there. We're talking about, needing to get it. It'll do this. It'll do that. Don't you look out the corner of your eye over there, your animals or your screen, you weirdo. I thankfully have mine locked out because I'd probably have to kill them right now because Daisy had separation anxiety and is inserted.
My animals aren't in here, but I've got my screen keeps starting to go to sleep, and I keep tapping. It's like I know I'm going to need to reference this, and I don't want to have to stop and put my code in.
Yep, don't worry. I do that all the like. You catch me when you see me going. Thankfully, I have the face technologies. But Bill Maher, I don't know what the hell's happened to him in the last couple of months. I mean, he was the craziest liberal, I hate everything conservative, and now he's been all over Joe Biden. He got vaccinated, and he still caught the COVID.
Yeah, he got fully vaccinated, still caught it, and the Yankees team, everyone on that team got vaccinated. 9 members tested positive for COVID like 2 weeks later.
Why we should all just keep going on our regular lives like the flu.
Vaccines not entirely effective.
I hate to break it to y'all. I've seen the flu numbers normal years in the U.S. It's roughly what 6 foot right around 100 somewhere, roughly ish 80, 90. A year deaths 60 to really bad's up around. Again, tens of thousands every year die from COVID in America. The flu, see, COVID. It's all because nothing's the flu anymore. There's been 0 cases, so. Okay, there might have been 3, but they were probably told they were COVID too. Everything's COVID. Died in a motorcycle accident? Yeah, but he had COVID in it. What? COVID. His head blown off? He had COVID in his system. COVID.
Yeah, we had a case here where one of the local coroners, I'm not going to say which one because I don't want to get them in any trouble, but they had a family of 4 that died in a car crash. COVID. And when they got the death certificates, all 4 of them said COVID.
Like I hate to break it to everybody, the numbers aren't nearly as cataclysmic as people make them out to be. Like, guess what? They were going on around with their normal life until they died. Just because they had it in their system, it didn't kill them. They were still living perfectly fine and normal. Mm-hmm. Guess what? COVID is probably, like, you look at the actual numbers, it's probably like the rest of the world's countries. We're just, padding ours because then hospitals get more money and coroners get more money and everyone gets more money. And that's what it all comes down to. The way that the numbers are being counted that just really threw us off. Yeah, like that's why they look so bad.
Yeah, I don't know if they fixed that at all, if they've adjusted how they're counting them at all.
Hey.
But our numbers are going down.
Joe Biden is president. They're not fixing that. They're probably actually making that problem 1,000 times worse because it's Joe Biden. They don't make things better.
But they want to make Joe Biden look good. When we were under Trump, they wanted Trump to look bad, so they wanted the numbers to look big. But now they want Biden to look good, so they might try to fix it just a favor of just make it look like he's our godson, our savior, and fixing it.
Well, Bill Maher getting it, and then getting all these people getting it. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're never going to see it on the mainstream media.
Yeah, no. Exactly, because they want him to look good, so they're not going to tell us that
Here's what you need to do before Heather moves on, because she has she's like Kayleigh McEnany. She's got a binder.
I have actual numbers here.
Yeah, I'm saying go on Bing. I use Bing. U.S. COVID stats by state. They'll pull up the CDC's website for you, like they did for this one, whatever she was using to search for, and you can see actual numbers. Say where they're trending. Like you could see all of it all on your own, and stop listening to the shit that you're getting fed from the big media companies. Look it up yourself, because no matter what the media is telling you, the CDC actually is reporting. I mean, they're reporting car accidents as COVID, but I mean, the numbers are still technically there. So go look at them. It takes a 10-second search.
Yeah, so like this morning, my local news said that Pennsylvania is trending down. We still have new cases, but they're less and less every week. Yeah, Newswatch 16.
Is Joe still there?
This morning, who?
Joe
Snedeker, yeah, he's still there.
Sorry, carry on.
He's still our weather dude.
While we're there, there we go, carry on.
But they said, the numbers are trending down. They're still, we're still getting new cases, but it's less and less every week. I also saw something on that same channel earlier this week. They're talking about a lottery for vaccinated people.
Like the one in Ohio? Or are you talking about Pennsylvania? Oh.
Pennsylvania's doing it, and it's similar to the one in Ohio. Multiple states are doing this, where they're basically bribing people. They're bribing people to get vaccinated with a lottery. You get vaccinated, you get a chance to win.
You guys like Ohio, where it's 5 people get $1 million?
I'm not sure.
Pennsylvania.
I kind of walked in the room as the story was wrapping up, so I didn't get all the details. Maybe it was a vaccine lottery for vaccinated people. I got that much.
Maybe Pennsylvania will do you a favor. Like, maybe if you hey, 5 people win, new tires and a whole new suspension, everything for your car for a year. Why? Because our roads are pieces of shit, so we'll pay to fix it for you. Like what? That
would be a lot more helpful than just money.
Way more valuable than what we will fix your car and tire for the rest of your damn life. Why? Because it'll never hit $1 million, but damn it, it's not.
You get free car shield.
the same stretches of 81 when I left. I might add, everyone, last time I was there was New Year's Day, 07. The same stretches of 81 are still under construction now.
Yeah, it's endless. It's never fixed. It's never done.
It's been 14 and a half. It's been almost 14 and a half years. I went up there for Meg's wedding and went, they're still working on this?
Yeah, I went through new construction this morning on the way back from my doctor's appointment. There was new construction on 115. So,
don't worry, they'll be working on it in like 40 years. COVID will still be happening. We'll still be talking about COVID numbers, not the fact that you guys have some of the highest taxes in I think you're actually worse than California. You have like the worst taxes in the country, and you have the worst roads.
Is New York worse than us?
Oh, I'm sure they are. But whatever. You're one of the top 4 or 5 worst states.
Yeah, we're bad.
Look at all the places with the highest taxes, Gesundheit, that are supposed to help go towards things. And guess what, Drew? As you never listen, remember when I said you guys' roads are garbage and you got all mad? That's what your tax dollars go for. No, that's really what your tax dollars are supposed to go for. Tax dollars
are supposed to be fixing our roads. They're not fixing our roads, but they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they tax the shit out of people for rainwater runoff from companies that are, poisoning the world. They're charging all the people for that rainwater runoff and not them, because why the hell would they do that? And your roads still suck, and you have some of the highest taxes on the planet.
Yeah, our taxes suck.
That's how that actually works, Drew. If you really sit down and listen, that's how that works. That's how it really works. This is called common sense. This is called you shouldn't be able to vote if you're that stupid, ignorant, dumb.
Nobody educates themselves on this stuff. They don't teach you about it in school. They don't teach you the first thing about taxes. They don't teach you how to file your own taxes, much less what your tax dollars are supposed to do, anything about the infrastructure system. So you come out of high school, if you didn't research it yourself, you don't know. You go into the workforce, all you really learn is, I know how to answer questions on TurboTax, and that's all you know. Unless you study it yourself and learn it. And if people don't have the initiative to go in there and learn it,
and then the best part about that is when they don't have the initiative. You're like, no, really, this is how we pay for the state police, fire departments, schools, roads, bridges, tunnels, airports, railways. This is how we pay for all that shit. Guess what?
Yeah, it's called infrastructure.
Don't say that word. Everything.
I know. They've twisted what it means. They're trying to expand it to include childcare, which is so not infrastructure.
But that is what tax dollars actually go for. That's what they're raping you of your money. Sorry, people. It's the best word I could think of. Robbing Peter to pay Paul? I don't know. Robbing Peter to pay Governor Wolf?
Yes, well, definitely.
Holy shit. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah, that's what taxes go for, people.
Robbing Peter to pay Tom Wolf.
But they should give away that in Pennsylvania and Michigan, and especially Michigan, because those roads. I have to listen to Chuck talking to me on FaceTime with his thing where he's not looking at me, but he can throw on speaker and fuck. No, just trying. His roads are apparently like James Place was when we were growing up before they paved it and stretched it out. Where no matter where you went, you were just dead. You didn't move.
Yeah, just pothole. Just exactly.
Yeah, but it's kind of sad that they're bribing people to.
Yeah, they're bribing people to get them to get the vaccine.
$1 million. You can have $1 million if you take this vaccine.
Well, you're seeing. Yeah, well, when you're seeing cases of you pointed out with Bill Maher, where people are getting They're getting vaccinated and they're still getting sick. And for the longest time there now, I mean, last week the CDC said that fully vaccinated people can take off their masks, but prior to that, it was, well, you take off your mask in certain situations, but if you're indoors, with people that you don't live with, or if you're outside but in close proximity, like in a crowd, you should still be wearing your mask. A lot of people were like, if I can't go back to living my life normally, why the hell am I going to bother getting the vaccine? So the incentive was kind of going away. People didn't care to. So they're like, well, let's try money.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying.
That'll work.
I'm just saying, 5. How many people live in Ohio? 5 of them get. Yeah, sorry, but I know the odds in my luck. Even odds is about 0 out of a billion. There isn't even that many people in Ohio. Nowhere near, actually. There's not even that many people in the country. Mine are 0 in a billion. You could pass by everyone in the state like 75 times, and I still wouldn't get it. But that's still better than, Bill de Blasio in New York. So they're eating his Shake Shack. You get free Shake Shack if you get vaccinated. Like, go yourself.
No. Money is definitely more tempting than Shake Shack.
And this creepy ass video while he's sitting there eating a burger and fries in front of us, I would have reached over and punched him. Like, if I was his age, like, you look like an asshole. Let's come here.
He's just got one of those faces. And then, you see what he's done to the city and you're like, no, really, like, can somebody punch him? I mean, I don't really condone violence. Will somebody at least smack him upside the back of the head, like Gibbs style, like, hey, you're an idiot? Like, this little wake-up tap, something?
That's being too nice, but he deserves.
I know. He is beyond dumb.
He gets this.
Yeah. So, I don't really condone actual violence. I don't want to do that, but like he needs something. Like,
hey, I'm not going to actually do it, but guess what? Right up here, just every time I see him, just why? This is for them. Why, you're not even my mayor. You're a pile of shit. What? I mean, it took the city. Giuliani. It was so good under Giuliani, and things were going well with it. And now it's just such a garbage heap. People are getting shot in Times Square again. I haven't seen that since before Giuliani. Congratulations, dumbass.
It's just gone so downhill.
Took the city that never sleeps.
Absolutely destroyed it.
City that never sleeps.
And when you see like all the news reports about people like mass exodus leaving the city, it's like, people like New Yorkers love New York. It's like, it's not just a place to live. It's like a lifestyle. So when you see people leaving it, like flocking out in mass exodus, something is wrong.
It's like California. First time since they became a state where their numbers actually dropped, like drop.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even a little drop.
That dropped enough to lose seats, dropped.
Like it dropped to where they like people are fucking running for their lives.
2 seats? There's 2 of them, right? Like that's a significant drop. Significant to lose 2 seats, not just 1. That's huge.
That's
huge numbers.
That's beyond huge. Sorry, what? Pardon me, it'll be the second one, but that's a complete fucking shit show over there. Yeah. Pardon the F-bomb, but just really like New York, there's not a better phrase. I'm sorry, I don't cuss. I don't drop F-bombs a lot, but holy fuck. Like, if that's not and look at the numbers in Florida. Look at the numbers in Florida, skyrocketing. Like, hell, even Arkansas.
People are moving into Florida,
Texas,
moving into Texas.
Arkansas.
Didn't North Carolina, didn't you guys gain a seat? I think you did.
If it was right around the time I was going camping, the last thing I was looking at was our seats. No offense. No offense to our seats, but there's a lot of states that
came out a week or 2 before that the census reports that said that California lost seats. I think that same one said that North Carolina gained 1.
And that's the case. I probably just saw California went, ha. That's what you get, bitches.
Yeah, California lost 2 and New York lost 1. And North Carolina and at least I think Florida, there was at least one other conservative state gained.
Yeah, don't black out on her.
I just don't have to stop and type in my code and crap.
Takes time, I get it. But it's just happening. Those states, I hate to say it because they still are in the country, but when you're running your state that bad with that many taxes, the way you handle COVID, education, infrastructure, wildfires, like everything, you're losing that many. Like, you know how many people you have to lose to have that many seat changes? Like, to have any seat changes. Like, that is a significant drop.
Homeless people moving their camps in on Venice Beach. One of their biggest attractions is now a homeless encampment. the drug overdoses are skyrocketing.
Yeah, skyrocketing.
Stuff's just the violent crimes. You got people shooting pellet guns at cars on the highways. It's just
what's that guy's name?
It's absolutely going insane out there.
What's that guy? Gascon?
Gavin Newsom.
No, I'm talking about the DA in LA County.
The DA. Oh,
Gascon?
Gascon, I think.
Gaston? Yeah. Gaston. He's the real Gaston. Yeah, he's a pile of dog shit, just like Gaston.
Yes.
See? I haven't watched. I can't tell you the last time I watched Beauty and the Beast. Still got it.
I know.
Yeah, like not letting anyone but the criminal and the victims be in the room during parole hearings, not letting lawyers or anyone being in the room. Like that's been released, getting rid of the gang unit. Because, Los Angeles has never had a problem with having gang violence. Yeah,
not remotely. Not like every other major city in the country.
No,
that's a totally unrelated thing. I took screenshots and prepared for my show, but it's going on. Yeah, this is the anniversary, 1 year anniversary of the George Floyd shooting, and an article I read today was today.
Anna was right.
I read an article today that was 1 year later. Let's see what's going on with policing and everything. And the article said that like all these major cities that during that or like early on in this decided they were going to defund their police are now refunding their police because of the spike in violent crimes, and LA was on the list. So, spike in violent crimes. They're hiring 250 new, police officers.
Yeah, like I was having that argument about with it was Drew.
Drew?
It goes without saying. Like who is dumb enough? Like hey, like who was like someone said this to me? Was it true? Yeah. A few times.
Nobody else is dumb enough to argue for defunding police. Only he is that dumb.
I was like, but it's like New York wanted more money after they took $1 billion out of the NYPD. Like $1 billion. No, they're never going to miss that.
Well, no, they promised to take out $1 billion. Did not follow through on taking out the full $1 billion, and are now refunding them.
I know. So they took out a little bit, like they did the thing, just like Minneapolis, who, we need more money. Well, we need to hire more police. Why? Because you defunded all kinds of stuff, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
All hell literally is breaking loose. Where's Juan Williams?
Where's Juan Williams in the article?
And Juan Williams, laughing as Gutfeld's telling him on the phone, like, what, mother, or what? What's funny, Juan? It's funny that why they're homicides up 153%. Ha, ha, ha. Glad that's funny, Juan. And then he stops giving stats, and it just turns into a scream match. I'm sitting there going, can I go on the show?
I didn't see that one, but
tell you what, when you guys go back in studio, can I go on once with Juan? I promise.
You make Juan cry.
I promise I won't drop an F-bomb. How stupid, like you're so full of shit. But now I know why you're that way.
I don't know if I could promise not to drop an F-bomb on someone that dumb. Like,
nope, like what?
The one clip I used from him on my show with that, I would shoot the gun, not necessarily at someone. Where the F are you going to shoot a gun that's safe? That's not necessarily at someone. Like, seriously, where? Where are you going to shoot it at? It's not going to ricochet. That it's not going to, if you shoot in the air, it'll come back down on someone. Shoot at the ground, the bullet could fragment, and you could shoot yourself in the ankle with one of the fragments. Like, there's no safe way to do that. That is the dumbest thing. I'm sure people like him and
Joy Behar.
Yes, there you go. That say, let's shoot the gun in the air, shoot a warning shot. It's like they don't understand the difference between, like, okay, those guns they shoot in the air at the beginning of a race, those are shooting blanks. Starter guns shoot blanks. Police officers do not carry blanks. They carry actual bullets.
Unless they're literally going to put the gun up to dude's head, then it'll be lethal. Otherwise, it's not going to stop anything.
Useless. Yeah.
Joy Behar. See? Guess what color? Hey, everyone, if you don't know who Joy Behar is, guess what color her hair is? Guess!
And Crowder went off on them the other day. I was like,
that one. Take that sweatshirt right there and mix it with that. You have Joy Behar. and she is as worthless as an empty beer can. Never mind, you can melt down empty beer cans and dump them into fire ant mounds and make some pretty cool stuff. At least they're worth something. You're worth Daisy's dog shit. You're worth nothing. Or Daisy's vomit earlier after I've shampooed I vacuumed the whole house.
Comparable to the vomit because most animal fecal matter can be used as fertilizer.
Well, you know what? Daisy's vomit. Yeah. Like earlier, I vacuumed the whole house. Come out. I'm literally done getting to the bathroom. She looks at me and just like a 5 foot, just like I'm so happy I just did that. Like, yay, thank you, Daisy. You can't. But
Daisy always looks sad after she vomits. Like she thinks she's gonna get in trouble or something. And I'm like, you're not in trouble. Mommy's getting up in a hurry to clean the carpet before it soaks in, but you're not in trouble. Like I want you to go lay down and relax because you don't feel good.
Daisy's yeah, I didn't even get mad at her. Let's go. Let's hear what.
I'll get her pets and say, "Oh, my poor baby," and but then I say, "Go lay down," because if your belly don't feel good, you should be laying down. And I normally, when she is in trouble, I yell at her to go lay down. So she's not differentiating the difference, and she always thinks she's in trouble when she.
I just have to look at them. Buster thought he was in trouble. Hell, look, see, slipped.
Yep, I got distracted. I didn't. Okay.
I'm easily distracted if it helps.
But like I say, I do have actual numbers. If we want to get back to what we're talking about, because we got way off topic from COVID. We're talking about COVID next. We're talking about Joey Behar fucking.
Anyone that's ever watched the wrestling show, trust me, lots of sidebar conversations and distractions.
Well, all the stupid tends to blend together. And there's a lot of stupid right now, but
there's a metric shit ton of stupid right now.
Yes. When I did my search with I use DuckDuckGo, but I got from WHO's website. So they had bar graphs by country for how the numbers are going. And so bar graph, I picked the most recent spike. Most recent time it went up for us here in America was April 12th. We had a 7.05 weekly change, 7.05% weekly change with 100,473 weekly increase in cases. Then as of last week, May 10th, we were negative 34,621 cases, which is a 2.8% weekly change. Well, negative 2.8%. Down by 2.8% change. So, obviously, the numbers are going down. The vaccinations are helping.
Allegedly.
I'm not going to say they're not.
Allegedly. It's my favorite word.
Yes, allegedly, because something is making the difference, and it's not our restrictions because they haven't changed.
My favorite word is allegedly.
Well, they have changed. Some of the states that they have changed the restriction are also reporting significantly lower numbers, like in Texas and Florida, where they don't have to wear masks.
Yeah, Texas did that right away. They dumped it all, and they got just shit all over.
They're reporting lower numbers. Just last week, they reported a day with 0 COVID deaths for the first time since this all started.
Yep.
And they're, no mask mandate now. So they the ones that changed the restrictions are having lower numbers. But I know in Pennsylvania, the numbers trending down has nothing to do with changes to the restrictions because we haven't changed them.
Yeah, you guys haven't. I heard the diner was slam-a-jammed the other day, though.
Oh yeah, we've been getting busy, but we're only open at 75%. But even then, the turnover, the people waiting outside to get in because we have those 2 biggest tables closed in order to hold that 75%.
But I heard because my buddy Brandon, who I met in the Marine Corps, by the way, from Freeland, of all places to run into someone in the same battalion as you.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Northeast PA. Where? Whitehaven. Get out of here. I'm from Freeland. And I'm sitting there going, what? Get out of here. I'm from Freeland. Excuse me, what? You're what? Whitehaven. Where the hell is that? overdose. But yeah, numbers like in Texas, because they've dropped all that BS. Like
The numbers have gone down significantly.
That was a month and a half, 2 months ago when they dropped all that, right? Like that was a while ago.
Yeah, and their numbers have been going down great.
And remember, they're Neanderthals.
Our governor announced that he's going to drop the capacity limits. Like we'll be able to open at 100% as of May 31st.
May 31st. I didn't.
So by June 1st, we should back to normal as far as capacity. But he said that the mask mandate isn't going away until 75% of the population is vaccinated.
So what you're saying is you guys are always going to have a mask mandate because.
Yes, because there's no way in hell 75% of us are getting this thing. Like so many people are opposed to getting it. And you wonder why. We've got, the people who already had it that feel the same way that Rand Paul does. And then we've got, these lovely reports of 18 cases of heart inflammation after COVID-19 vaccination reported in Connecticut.
And that number's for the vaccine, like just deaths for all of them is up at like 35. Last time I saw, again, I'm sure you looked it up better than me recently, but the last I saw it was over 3,500 people worldwide have died from the COVID vaccine. Like died, like they're not coming back.
Yeah, people are dying from it. We've got, now when I see, now 18 sounds like a small number of cases, but it's just in Connecticut. Like, you know how small Connecticut is? You know how low their population is?
Here,
they have 18 cases.
You know how big Connecticut is?
Every single one of them required hospitalization. Every single one of them.
Wonder how big like Connecticut is? Say there's Penn, for example.
Yeah.
Connecticut's like that. Like the tip. Wait, not even the tip. It's that much. That little bitty, that's Connecticut to the whole country. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, 18 is a big number for such a small state. And then we have this article from MSN. It says health officials are looking into reports of heart problems occurring in young adults and teenagers who have received the mRNA COVID vaccines, according to a vaccine safety group with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Yeah. Like there's more COVID
deaths. They're looking into this being a problem. They said the news comes a few weeks after the Food and Drug Administration authorized Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for minors 12 and older. Moderna's vaccine is currently authorized for people 18 and older. The safety group did not specify which vaccine is given in these cases. But, it's something that their CDC is looking into. It has been a problem, not just in Connecticut, but when I saw 18 cases in Connecticut alone, all required hospitalization. With how small that state is, how small the population is, that's
state might as well
kind of a significant number for them.
Compared to the country, like Connecticut's literally like.
Yeah, and even there, even somewhere that small, it's not like 100% of their populace is vaccinated. So when you consider how few people have gotten vaccinated in the state, and they've had 18 cases, it just, you see stuff like that kind of tends to stand out and make you hesitant about getting this vaccine, especially when you have doctors telling people if you're under 30 and you don't have any pre-existing conditions, you're at low risk for COVID, you don't need it. Exactly. And they're saying, because we're still getting reports about, they actually use that word in the article. This is the word I'm looking for.
Hey, look up that word. I write them all down so I don't screw it up.
The adverse event reporting system that they use has
what's that?
That
Crystal sent me that link. Crystal sent me that link. VARES.
When they're still gathering information through there to see what the adverse effects are, what you can expect from this, what the potential dangers are, you don't know what those dangers are. They say people who are at low risk of the virus should not take the risk of getting those unknown, adverse effects. It's exactly. It could be a lot worse for people who are at high risk from COVID, that are high risk of dying from COVID. They're like, well, there's nothing worse than dying, so take the risk, get the vaccine. But for the people who are at low risk and most likely would just recoup at home, like I did when I had it, they're like, don't bother with it. It's too high risk for you.
I think you had it before anyone even knew that it was a thing. Like no one knew what the hell to call it.
I didn't know what the hell was wrong.
You have an upper respiratory infection.
About it.
Which one? Beats the hell out of me. I don't know, but you got one.
Yeah. the scariest thing for me about it was because I didn't know what it was. And I've had upper respiratory issues before. I had pneumonia once.
I remember.
This did not feel like that. This felt totally different than anything I'd ever had. So, and I didn't know what it was. So it freaked me out. But then like at the end of the month, like 2 weeks after when I was better, then this COVID thing came out on the news and they're listing the symptoms. I'm like, oh, hey, that's what I had.
That sounds familiar. I think I've heard of those symptoms before.
Yeah, you're welcome, Dad. I felt like that for a couple of weeks,
Like, you're welcome.
So
I saved your life. If I didn't get run over, you'd be dead right now.
Yeah, they would not. I mean, Mom might have survived it, but she wouldn't. She would have had a hard time with it, with her bronchitis and everything. And Dad, with that, between the way he already has that hacking smoker's cough and the fact that he hates doctors and probably would have refused to go to the hospital.
Yeah, he would have. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. He wouldn't have. We know he wouldn't have. He knows.
He's just.
He's
a stubborn ass. He would have come back and fight him.
Guess what, Mom? You're right there listening to this. You know he wouldn't have gone. He would have went when he was dead. That's when he'd get into the hospital. He'd be sitting at Lehman's. And I'd have had to come home. Like, what? Dad died of what? No one knows.
Yeah, because nobody knew what COVID was yet then.
So what does that even mean? No one knows.
Yeah.
What did he die of?
Yeah, there were reports of a mysterious respiratory infection going around Northeast PA that nobody knew what it was. They couldn't identify it. And then at the end of the month, the news came out that, coronavirus was a thing. We're like, oh, okay, that's what we've had. And it went around like the whole town. Like so many customers of the diner had it. And so like some of the same people who had it then are the people who are like terrified of this COVID thing when the news came out and explained it. I'm like, you do realize you already had it, right? Like that thing you had that you didn't know what it was, that you told me about, that I also had, that was this. Did you not notice that they're exact same symptoms?
I had that conversation with what's the point? We all know.
Yes.
It's a man named, let's call him Shrew. Or Brew. Crew. Anything but his name, we hear it enough. That mother, Kurt. See, I saved the middle. You're welcome, America. Like that guy. When we're talking all about, like whenever we talk about the vaccines, like and we all know he means well. Like he means well, but he is so. Like I just don't get.
Well, he doesn't do research. He just watches CNN and thinks he knows things.
Hey. He doesn't watch CNN. He watches his unbiased things. These are his words. I'm not making this up. Like ABC World News. They're not biased. Thank you. Like, have you ever heard anything that came out of Joy Behar's mouth? Have you ever watched The View? ABC isn't.
Yeah, oh my God, ABC not biased. I can't even take that with a straight face. I mean, at least he didn't say MSNBC.
MSDNC?
Yeah, basically.
Like, and the Daily Mail UK.
Oh my God. That's not even news. That's a freaking prop. That's a rag. That is.
And I looked it up when he said that. I was like, what? It literally designates itself as a leftist tabloid.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's a
Hillary
tabloid.
Clinton and Donald Trump had a baby, and it's a baby Sasquatch. That's what they do for a living.
Yeah. Exactly. That's it. That is an absolute trash rag. There's nothing of value at all.
They're not news. They've never been news. They can't pretend to be news. They are dumpster fires. Like there's shepherds. There's shepherds of fire, and then there's dumpster fires. And guess what? The Daily Mail UK is all of them. They're like a nuclear warhead, all wrapped into one.
If you had at least said BBC, I'd say at least that's actually a news station.
Yeah,
but if you try to tell me it's unbiased, I'm going to laugh in your face. Yeah, if you tell me it's unbiased, I will laugh in your face, but at least that's a news station. It's actual news.
They're lefties.
It's biased lefty news, but it's, like ABC and MSNBC, it's not a tabloid. The Daily Mail UK is just that. It's garbage. It's absolutely trash.
I mean, it wasn't, I guess, him saying the Daily Mail UK. It wasn't, I want to say, as bad as when Juan in that like 3 minutes. Remember when you don't watch the 5, do you? You really don't have TV.
Yeah, no, I mean I see clips of it when people share when something's especially stupid. One of my podcasters shares it. I see clips, but I don't watch it.
It was back a few months ago when they had people when they were in studio for like 5 seconds. Literally, it was like a week, and then they were back in their cubicles. And he was sitting next to Jesse. People named Jesse. I don't know why. We just like to yell at people named Juan. I don't know what it is, but like
I have to yell at people named anything.
And he trying to give myself some credit, but he literally like in studio, like this is why if I'm ever on the 5, please bolt down all the furniture. I know you probably use that room for other things for Fox News. Bolt down the furniture. Because if I am ever sitting next to him and Juan says that he got this information off of Wikipedia, I wouldn't be like Jesse going, Wikipedia, huh? What? Okay. Like I would pick up my chair. I would pick up my chair.
Throw it at his head.
Like, get over here. Like it would be Mortal Kombat for real. Like I'd kill him.
Oh my God, Wikipedia.
I got this
graders get their information off of Wikipedia and are dumb enough to think it's unbiased and truthful. Okay, anybody can log on to Wikipedia and edit shit. I can do it.
I can do it. And I don't even want to go.
I wanted to. I could go on to Wikipedia and change any information I want. Like it's not that difficult. You know,
not even that difficult. It's not difficult.
Exactly. It's.
You know what? Got that off of Wikipedia.
Nobody to judge if that stuff's accurate. Anybody can change it.
There was a Wikipedia one, really? Like, yeah, Jesus Christ. Like, thank God Greg isn't on the show today. Why? Because he'd have a stroke.
Yeah.
Can we just have a day, though?
Least reliable source of information out there.
Dear Fox News, here's an idea. Me, Heather. That'd be that Heather. Not anyone else on Fox News. That Heather. Gutfeld. Bongino.
Yes.
Juan.
Why would be so screwed?
That would be an episode of the 5 that no one would forget. Like, excuse me, what the did you just say? What? I didn't say the word. Sponsors can't get mad. What the did you just say? Get over here. Well, I don't even bring the giant meat hook.
Excuse me, do you have a brain?
Anyone that says that they're sourcing, like, Wikipedia.
Like, I'm sorry, are we in 7th grade?
Apparently doesn't have a brain.
No, he does not.
Like Wikipedia one. Like the look on Jesse's face, like and they're right next to each other. It's like, what? Throw the damn table at him. Throw it. Hit him. And he didn't. I'm like, damn it, hit him.
He wanted to.
Like, hit the cocksucker. Hit him. What? Hit him. I'll hit him. Put me on air. I don't care. Sue me. I'll be like Rocky. At Rocky, like 5. What? Sue me. Hit me and I'll sue. Touch me and I'll sue. Sorry. Boom. Sue me for what? Sue me for that candle? It's not mine. That's Hannah's candle. She brought it because my candles are gone. And this room smells like something rotted in it. Rotted. Like it's that bad. There's a few extra.
Makes it feel better. Something is rotted in my leg.
Yeah, you do have that necrosis thing going on. Where's Houseling? Damn it, Hugh Laurie. Tell him you need to come back. Say Chase couldn't figure it out. You said that you had a building collapse on your head and you were all confused and like what about the dental records about that? Oh yeah, forgot about that. Sorry, what? Like, please give us House, please.
Yeah.
Like I missed House. Like what the worst thing ever was? Like I was doing like House, like right? Like I watched it until I watched it at the beginning ish.
Yeah.
Last season I saw was like 4 regularly. And it was over after 8, which is like over 400 episodes because they never stopped, by the way. Like I don't know what it lasted so short. They were doing like 30 episode seasons almost every time. Like they put forth the effort, so I wasn't even that mad about it, right? And there I'm like, I missed all that, and suddenly the first thing I see, like I was on like my first knee surgery, and I turn like House is on, yeah, and I turn it on, and there's the building collapsing. I'm like, ah! Like
Yeah.
And there I'm just.
Yeah, I
There's
marathon
Sammy
the
looking at me going, "What?"
I marathon the whole series when I had Amazon Prime. I watched it on there. I no longer have Amazon Prime, but when I did, before I stopped giving Jeff Bezos my money, I
hate Jeff
marathon the whole
Bezos.
series.
By the way, it's okay to have Amazon Prime through someone else. I'm not going to say whose it is because I don't need to get anyone in trouble. But let's just say when I need to use it,
if I have to, I will. Like I bought movies on there during this 2 weeks when I was sitting on my butt. It was actually movies I already own, actually, because I own them on Blu-ray, and it was not like a DVD Blu-ray combo. It was just Blu-ray, and I don't have a Blu-ray player in the living room.
No,
I only have it up here in the office, and I don't have anywhere comfortable to sit in the office. Right now, I didn't get that chair I want yet, so I was like,
well, yeah, you have been able to go to work for like the last 4.5 years, it seems.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time they let you back in, you're not allowed.
It's just been such. I haven't worked. We had the 4 months I was out because of the COVID lockdowns. Then we come back from that, we get bumped down to half our hours for 3 weeks because we were only allowed to do takeout. Then I missed like a month because of the fucking ear infection and vertigo nonsense I had going on. Then I missed a week because of Brownlee having COVID. Then I missed the last 2 weeks because I have had a drain in my leg. I only find out now that this problem is not going away. We don't know what it is yet. So there's going to be more time out because of that, probably.
I'm not trying to be a dick. When have you never known me to be one? Back when you were about 4 years old, I was a nice person. Then life happened. I was no longer a nice person. But back then, I was nice. But if I remember correctly, wasn't there a certain doctor? His name was Gregory. Didn't he have some necrosis issues in his leg, in his thigh too? And suddenly, that used to be a thigh muscle.
Yeah, well, they said they didn't take it all out when they did the biopsy. They took as little as possible out because they didn't want to mess up to deform the leg. And they didn't know what it was yet. So they were waiting for the test to figure out what to do next. Yeah. So now that we had test results back from them and they still don't know what it is, they're sending me to the infectious disease guy to figure out what the hell it is and what to do next.
I hope that they send it to him and you suddenly see your doctor's name is G House. Like you have an appointment with Dr. House, like, well, call me. I don't care when it is. Call me.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, so yeah, I might wind up like him. I don't know. I'm not. Right now, it's only in, as far as I know, like a couple of lymph nodes, but if it gets into the muscle tissue, I might be fucked.
A couple of lymph nodes, eh?
Well, yeah. Well, there was one that was like majorly infected, but then like there were a few around it that were like also inflamed, and now there's another one. There's one that was not. I couldn't feel it before that I can now. There's a bump there, so
it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. And
if it helps, I mean, it doesn't help you feel any better. But I never noticed until like my knee surgeries. But how often did I actually grab a handful of thigh?
Yeah.
But like I got one in my left leg that hasn't moved. I just never noticed until I was like, Jesus Christ, my leg hurts. What the hell is that? And then I got like 2 in my right leg, like in my thigh, like 2 tiny little things. So I'm right there with you. It's just, mine doesn't hurt. It's not getting any bigger. They're just like the size of like Tic Tacs in there.
Yeah, I had, the one lymph node got up to the size of like a ping pong ball. It was rather large, and then other ones around it got like just big enough that I could feel the bump there, like
the size of a
closer to the surface than they should be.
The size of a ping pong ball in your thigh.
Yes.
How fun is it wearing pants? Because that's all you wear.
Not very, but I am able to wear jeans again now that I got the drain out, and it makes me super happy.
Yeah, see, that's.
I was forced to wear skirts all week, and I don't wear skirts. It's not a thing that I do.
I vaguely remember our childhood.
Yeah,
at least what you were wearing then.
When I was very young, I wore dresses, but then I kind of when I stopped, I really stopped.
I wish I had I wish I had the pictures right here. They're in the other room. But you, I believe it was a blue sundress looking motherfucker.
I had a blue sundress with butterflies on it when I was little.
That's the last one I remember you ever wearing.
Yeah. I had that when I was like 6, 7.
Yeah, say that was 20 plus years ago. But I remember that one. Otherwise, you've always just been like, you were like me in high school, jeans.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, well, guess what? I live in a warmer climate. I have some brain damage. I have some temperature regulation issues. And I wear basketball shorts. They're all black still. Don't worry, boys.
I wear jeans, or I do have basketball shorts for when I'm dishwashing at the diner. That's it. That's what I wear.
That's because it's probably hot as balls in that. Like.
Oh yeah, that kitchen is beyond hot.
Hot. But,
yeah, well, the brown skirt I was wearing to my doctor's appointment this morning actually is the skirt that I wore to your Marine Corps graduation.
Yeah, I actually remember you.
That was great. That's how long I've had it.
There you go. I actually do remember you wearing like brown skirts. Like I've seen that before.
Yes, I had a skirt skirt and boots that I wore then, but it's very rare occasions that I will wear one like once or twice a year, maybe.
How bad?
And, how bad? I had to wear them all week.
How mad were you though? That you didn't have to that you came all the way down there to see me graduate. You even wore a skirt. And then they put us in the indoor facility and you didn't even get to see me march across the parade deck. We just stood there. Trust me, I know how I felt about it. When it didn't even rain.
It was hot as balls in there too. I mean, it probably wouldn't have been much cooler outside in the sun, but at least the air would have been moving out there.
Like that sucked. Like we're doing it inside. It's like, wow, there's a chance rain. We just spent the last 3 weeks doing nothing but drilling for this. Like we're ready. Like what are you gonna do?
Then we walked all over the base afterwards. It was not raining, so
Yeah, like family day. Like family day, was great. Like I actually remember most of it. I remember family day. We were gonna go into the one bar and grill, if I remember correctly, on the corner. When we walked in, there was just nothing but drill instructors. Like, nope. What? Nope. Like, but I ain't having dinner with these motherfuckers. No. I believe we went to the PX.
Yes, we did.
Andy as well.
That's what I got my brother's a Marine dog tag necklace.
Yeah, that
which I wore every single day, nonstop, did not take it off, not to swim in the ocean, not for any reason, the whole time you were in Iraq.
If I remember correctly, we walked by lots of snow globes, which really blew my mind. Why the hell is it? It's South Carolina. Why is there 2 million snow globes in here? The last thing they see is snow. I get the globe, Eagle Globe Anchor. I get it, but the one thing, what do you remember from the PX? Snow globes. Like really? Doesn't make any sense.
But they see snow so rarely; it's a magical thing. It makes them like the snow globes better. Maybe don't know.
So you're saying it's like a unicorn?
Yes.
Like a unicorn.
Yes, unicorns, fairies. That stuff always sells well.
And I should have
magic shit.
I should have got dressed blues while we were at it, but
yeah,
I ended up getting mine for free. So you know what?
Hey, that works.
I don't know how I fit because I was like 3 times the size of the guy. Which means his blues were way too big for him. But got a free set. But I remember that. Yeah, brown skirt. Just because I remember how miserable you looked wearing it.
Yep.
You were.
I'm always freaking miserable in skirts. I don't do dresses. I do not do dresses.
Hey, but here's a real question for everybody. You'll never see the picture. Brown skirt. Meg's wedding dress. Bridesmaids dresses.
Oh, yeah.
Brown skirt. Gold. What? Every day of the work. Every day of the week, twice on Sunday, 300, but you'd rather wear a skirt. That brown skirt, 365 days a year.
Oh, yeah.
That dress.
The gold ever sequin.
Again. Ever.
Oh, my God.
Ever. I didn't know what y'all were wearing.
I looked like I should have been on stage at a 50s speakeasy singing that day. The way I actually did up my hair and in that gold sparkle. Yeah, that was.
We got a good picture
not
of it,
me.
Though. We got a good picture of all this together, looking miserable as. I looked great. You and Evie looked like you were about to be suicidal and start killing people. I looked.
Not gonna say it didn't look good in it. I just didn't look.
Oh, it was good. It was
me in it. It's not me. I don't do gold and I don't do sequins. But
And
when
you
the bride
managed to have
says this
them all.
gold sequin dress is the dress you're going to wear, you order the dress and don't ask questions.
That's a wedding. Like, you're gonna wear this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Meg's all like,
Bridesmaids dresses are not supposed to be pretty.
and Meg was like,
No.
what? Wear whatever you want, what? Except for basketball shorts. Well, then I can't wear whatever I want. Wear whatever you want, except for basketball shorts. Wear whatever you want, except for what you want. Like,
Except they're the only thing you own.
I mean, I still had the pants from when we went to Bobby's funeral. Like, I did still have those. So in my defense, I had the pants. And you know where I got my tie from? Wish.
Yeah, that's where we got our bridesmaids dresses from.
See, and I got my Wish, and I got my no, I think I actually got one of the shirts from Wish. I didn't wear the one that I got from Wish.
The dresses from Wish were like $100 cheaper than getting them from David's Bridal, and they were actually finished. The ones at David's Bridal weren't. So
yeah, it's Wish. I mean, like, I've got all kinds of cool stuff off of Wish.
Yeah,
I haven't done it in a very long time.
Me either. I don't even have the app downloaded anymore. I haven't gotten anything from China since like this whole
so I didn't get anything since before that. It's all
Corona thing broke out. It's like, yep, done.
It's still on my iPad. Still on my iPad. I haven't actually deleted it, but it's still there.
Yeah, I didn't cancel my account. I still get emails, but I uninstalled the app.
Don't worry, I get like who cares? End quote. No offense to them. Like, I've gotten like some cool knives, some paintings. Like, I've gotten all kinds of cool stuff from Wish. Like, everyone, you go on Wish, but you're gonna find
a lot of stuff in there.
Like, there actually is some good stuff on there. I got my ties from there.
Yeah, some stuff is good and some stuff is junk. It's kind of hit or miss. You got to be careful about reading the reviews. But it all comes from China, and it all takes forever to get here.
On a positive note, remember that Sweeney Todd razor that I got when you were down here that I showed you?
Yeah.
Like, that came from Wish, but that came from an actual Smith in, I want to say, California. Which is why, you looked at it and oh, that's actually real. That's not going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Like everything else that you get from Wish. But it was otherwise. But those came from Wish, huh? Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now those dresses from Wish make sense.
David's Bridal made the same one, but they just
wanted like $7 million for it.
Yeah, it was like 3 times the price. So we got them from Wish.
That's good though. I didn't know that. I thought Meg actually I feel a million times better. I thought she actually spent real I know how much bridesmaids.
We each bought our own and they were cheap.
I know how much bridesmaids dresses cost.
Yeah, no, it was like an $80 bridesmaids dress.
Like, those cocksuckers spent how much money? Like damn, what I would have gave them. Like, here's $10.
And then it's in that closet right there.
Like, you should pay me to have to wear that thing. See, people.
I don't do gold and I don't do sequins, but I wore it because that's when the bride says this is what you're wearing. You don't argue,
especially when it's Meg.
Yeah,
it's just like you can wear whatever you want. Just don't wear basketball shorts. So what you're saying is don't wear whatever I want.
Yeah, don't wear the only thing that's in my wardrobe.
Because I don't wear pants for nothing. In my defense, while you guys were getting snow, I already cut the grass 9 times and had 3 days in the 90s. Well, it was snowing in Pennsylvania.
And we finally hit the 80s this week.
Which is why everyone's like, oh.
Well, I was stuck inside in my air conditioning, not allowed to go outside at all because, doing my stairs was a no-no.
That's because your staircase sucks. Your staircase is abysmal.
It is. I never realized how bad it was until
your leg was all up.
Yeah, so my leg was screwed up and I had to walk up those stairs. My episode Friday, I shot in the living room with the animals running all over the place because after coming up those stars,
you were done.
I was not doing the inside stairs. It wasn't happening. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. Trust me. You know how many times I was there? There were times after I got ran over In case you didn't know that, I got ran over. Got ran over. In case you missed it, anyone else missed it. But like I have that one little step just to get into my house. And there were times trying to get my cripple ass in that chair up over that thing on my own, holding the door open, keeping Daisy back, get the ramps go. And I was just done. Did I ever stop? No. But was I done? Hell yeah. Should I have stopped? Hell yeah. Should I have been doing what I was doing? Hell no.
Yeah.
Should I do it anyway? Hell yeah. So I've been there. Like just like the townhouse, like the trailer. You were at the trailer before I was. That last one?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like that was what, 3 stairs?
Yeah.
That was like there was like
deck.
Yeah, there was like 2 times I almost went backwards over those, just trying to get up to. I was like, what? Just flush.
It was like 3 or 4 or something like that. It was a small little staircase.
It was 3. Like, and I was dead after that. And your staircase is about 450 million times worse than that. Never mind the numbers.
It's like 16 steps or something like that, but it's like narrow with high risers, and yeah, it just. I mean, I have a tube stuck in your leg, and lifting it high enough to step on that stairs it's just like a stabbing pain. And you're like, and it's when she pulled it out, like I didn't realize how deep it was in, because like this lump is so big and like it feels close to the surface, like I could feel where it was, so I didn't think it was that deep. She pulls it out, there's like that much freaking tube coming out of my leg. I was like,
so it's kind of like my catheter at the hospital. They're sitting there pulling like woo woo, like I'm sitting there watching like anything else. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like what?
It's like the clowns with the sashes up the sleeve, and it's just.
Like
I could have I saw how long that was coming out. I was like, that was that deep in, because like I could feel the lump through my skin. Like I didn't think that it was that far from the surface.
It's amazing.
But it was in there.
Like when you look at it, you're sitting there watching as it's coming out. You're like, okay. Like, and they're still telling you, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it burned like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Like it felt like my leg was on fire when she was pulling that thing out.
Guess that tells you what's wrong with my nerves, though. Because you're gonna feel a pinch when they pulled out the catheter. Like I didn't and I was just watching, going, like how is there? I suppose
there was a pinch, but it was really just the burn is more what I noticed than the pinch.
Like it
felt like my leg was on fire. When she was there cleaning it up and putting the gauze down, it felt like it was on fire.
But hey, at least it's not cancer.
Yeah, it's not cancer. It's necrotic and eating my leg, but it's not cancer.
It's not like they have to send you to a new specialist to figure it out.
Yes,
but
I'm not a normal person. I don't have normal problems. I don't get the flu. I get freaking necrotic, flesh eating, unidentifiable.
It was like, remember when I had that thing?
The proud flesh.
I'm very proud.
But, Dr. Smith, and we need Dr. Smith. That's what we need.
Yes, but
that's what we need.
He figured it out.
He took one look at it. Yeah, he took one look at it and he knew what it was.
I went to I got to go get another guy. Dr. Smith is all like, yep, well, you need to go see this guy. Why? I haven't seen one of those in like 30 years. I'm like, thanks, guy. Thanks.
But he there was nothing he could not identify and fix.
Just by looking.
Nothing. Exactly. You're in his office for 5 minutes. He's like, okay, problem solved. That's if he was still around, he would have figured this out.
He was like, he was house. He was just a lot redder.
Yeah, he would have looked at my thigh and been like, got some a necrotic bacterial infection, whatever it is. Necrotic soft tissue infection. You need to go see this guy.
He's just redder. And not nearly as and a lot more pleasant. No offense to you, Lori.
Very pleasant.
No offense to you, Lori. But I mean, you only saw Dr.
You should have seen him.
Here's what this is. Bye.
Yeah, you should have seen him the one time when the insurance company was refusing to cover the test he said I needed. He was on the phone yelling at these people. Like, you're talking about him being red. I've never seen him more red in the face. And he yelled at them for me. Like, he was pissed.
So it's
like another side to Doc Smith.
So it's like Shuppy when he gets angry. Suddenly you're looking at him going.
Yeah, exactly. But he's like I'm the doctor here, not you. I said she needs the goddamn test. She needs the goddamn test. Okay.
There's some poor sap on the phone going,
I got my test.
And there's some poor soul on the phone going,
okay, we'll see you Thursday.
With their headset on going, like, I'm sorry, what? They're covered in, okay. Anyone that's that nice with people, him getting angry is just terrifying.
Yeah, I've never seen him angry before in my life. He's been my doctor since I was 3.
I
was 18 at the time.
I didn't know he could get angry.
Yeah, exactly. I'd never seen a side of him.
But they said they were going to
give the test that I needed, and he was pissed.
And we're on that note again, people. Let's not forget, I have known Heather her whole life. She has not known me her whole life. So I knew Dr. Smith first.
I have known you my whole life. I haven't known you your whole life.
Same thing, whatever.
I missed the first 4 years of your life.
You didn't miss anything exciting. New Jersey, some surgeries.
And technically, you did
New
not
Jersey. New Jersey.
Exactly. Exactly, because New Jersey, because you guys moved here when Mommy was pregnant with me. So
yep, you missed New Jersey. Lucky soul. Hey, how the hell do you get that lucky? You get to see like Whitehaven and all of its glory, and just like it has everything you need. And you missed New Jersey. Never mind, you got to see this great little one. It's 1.2 square miles, by the way. Like you got to see in all the Antonio's, the diner, liquor stores, grocery store,
bike trails, the
gas
river,
stations, bike trails, river,
places to go fishing,
strip club. I mean, there's literally everything.
I don't think anyone needs to see that.
But there's everything you'll ever need, minus what, like a tattoo parlor in that town.
Yeah.
Store,
somebody wanted to put a tattoo parlor in my building, but the landlord wouldn't let them.
Grocery store. You got Renee's selling subs. I mean, insurance company, right? On the other side.
Yeah, Travelers Insurance. Yep. We have insurance.
Like
although the bank is closing in June, so we're not going to have a bank anymore. But other than that, we've got everything.
1.2 square miles of everything you'll ever need in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you appreciate.
I don't own a car. I don't own a car.
You don't have to.
Exactly. I can walk to everything.
Unless you get necrotic tissue in your thigh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when that's going on. But I wasn't allowed to drive with the drain in, so I would have needed to get somebody to take me doctor anyway.
Yeah, that would have been weird. That would have been bad, actually, I think.
Yeah, I was not medically allowed to drive, so I would have needed to drive me anyway.
Like, that's actually kind of terrifying. Because even after my knee surgeries, like when I was in the lockout brace, like I was still allowed to drive. Like,
I wasn't, as long as the drain was in. Until the drain came out, I wasn't allowed. Now I can, but when the drain was in, I wasn't allowed.
Granted, it's been a long time, but since my first surgery, 12 years? Oh, holy shh. And you guys came down like right after, come walk on the beach with Stevie. That. Like, why? Like, because my knee's in 4 pieces.
Walking in sand's hard on your knees, and your knees were shot.
My knee was.
Not to mention, after your time in Iraq, you really weren't fond of sand in general.
That's why this great campsite that we were at, like this past week, you'd like it. I don't think you're a beach person because you're pasty.
Well, I mean, I like beach, but only until I turn lobster red.
But this joint was on a lake, holds 1 million people, I think 10 to 35. But it had its own little beaches with big, like it wasn't the fine sand, it was a big thick chunks. There was islands, you can kayak. Like Mom would be happy it still had shells.
Yeah.
Mom, I can't get my leg to spin around, but Mom would be happy. Like it's like I think we should all do that one time. So we're camping together. Yeah. Make sure you spend like $1,000 on liquor for Dad.
No, the only problem with that is both of us would be behind on our shows like you were last week. We'll have to take a break. But
hey, I was gonna do a bunch of Sunday came. I was like, nah, man, I'm good.
Let's see. I thought that maybe during this 2 weeks when I was down that I could shoot a bunch of episodes like ahead of time and then just have them for when I go back to work, so I don't have to try to balance the two. I could just boom, 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 put stuff out. But I don't have the memory on my phone to do it. So, if I had my camera or my computer, I could do it. But right now my camera is useless because I don't have a computer.
But if we could do but you got to think too, if we're there, we could bring I could buy a Honda generator or something just to be able to plug our stuff into, like computers and stuff. And
yeah. And we could probably, we could do episodes.
5 thing, and we could do it there with garbage. I mean, it would take forever to upload. We could get it done. You could still stay up and like on it. Like it would just like that's the plan. If we ever did it, like I need a generator. Why? Because I could plug everything in. I could charge everything. It'll take like I'll have to do it 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun's coming up because without a cell signal, it'll be uploading 12, 13, 17. It'll be uploading the next day.
It'll take a while.
Or you could just do it early.
I just had to re-upload Friday's episode because it never encoded properly on Rumble. It went through all the audio stuff right, but now, on Rumble it never encoded.
I've never had a problem on Rumble.
I had my Monday episode up and encoded and running, and Friday's episode still wasn't encoded. I was like, okay, what the heck's going on here? So I had to delete it and re-upload it. So you go to my channel, they're out of order, but it's there.
That's weird. Like I've never had a problem with Rumble. I've had a problem with.
But you always upload it on the computer. I'm doing it mobile. So I don't know if it's just a mobile app. Parler had a glitch or.
Parler, even on the computer, has given me shit before.
Yeah, Parler's
like 3 times I've tried. Granted, they're just coming back. Like the.
Yeah, they have a lot of.
So I understand because they got completely screwed.
And they're in the process of making an entirely new app, which explains why the app's not working right now.
I will say Apple at least was the least commie out of all of them because they were the last one to dump them.
Yeah, and the first one to pick them back up.
Yeah, like because they literally like Crystal hates them. Ooh, watch out, cocksucking leg. There we go. See, got it around. There we go. But like Apple was the last one to dump them. And they won't even suspected domestic terrorists. They do not unlock their phones for the feds.
Yeah,
like they won't do anything. Crystal's like they're communists. It's like they won't unlock terrorist phones. Why? Because that sets a precedent where they have to unlock everyone's phone.
Yeah.
So they won't do. They might not be the nicest people, but they were this last to screw Parler, and they were the first to let them back.
Pat Gray did point out on his show this morning that while Apple, does give you the ability to block a lot of tracking and turn tracking stuff off on most of your apps, they did also make Google the default search engine for their iOS system. So, Google tracks everything you do and Apple's not overriding them. So you're still being tracked.
Google tracks everything that you do. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Like, hey, do you want to give them permission? Hell no. Well, they're already looking at the end.
Use DuckDuckGo instead of opening Safari. And
I forgot DuckDuckGo was a thing.
Yes, I use DuckDuckGo on my phone and on my tablet. I hate Google.
Yeah, I just use Bing.
I also have a VPN because.
And then Facebook. And then
I don't want to be tracked. It's And
then YouTube tells you that you can't look at videos if you have a VPN.
Oh yeah, I love when I click on there. You can, if I open it through Mozilla, which has tracking blockers on it, and have my VPN on, and I click at YouTube, it's like you can't watch this anonymously. Then I guess I'm not watching it.
If that's the case,
what video elsewhere?
Like what? Bye.
I'll see if somebody posted it on. I'll see if somebody posted it on Rumble or Vimeo, or if somebody used it on a news site somewhere. I will find the clip I'm looking for. I'm not going to say, okay, yeah, I'll turn off a VPN and let you track me. That's not happening. Sorry, Google.
There's the ultimate what? Bye.
Exactly.
There's YouTube in your hand. What?
Yeah, and I really.
You can't here. What? I have 2 of them. Here. What? Here's Google and YouTube. What? We need to be able to track you.
Exactly. I mean, there are a couple videos that. I very rarely use YouTube anymore. There are a couple of crochet videos I still have to go back and watch because I don't have the full patterns written down yet. But honestly, other than that, I don't need them. I watch everybody that I used to watch on there. I can watch on Rumble.
See, I'm happy that I need to get if I get one though, VPN, because I don't I don't watch YouTube. I have it on for music when I'm vacuuming or cleaning up Daisy. When after I'm done vacuuming, she looks at me and just goes. And screws.
I use Spotify for that now.
Screws the whole entire living room. I'm just done vacuuming the whole house. Yeah. I come out of the bedroom and there's Daisy going. And one just how the hell did you vomit 6 feet? How the hell did you even do that? And she's just looking at me just get outside. There's Buster.
But yeah, I use Spotify and Pandora for music when I'm cleaning, and they don't have a problem with my VPN being on. They just, when my VPN tells them that I'm in the UK, the ads I get might not be very relevant to me. But,
like,
they still work. They don't care.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just hate how, like, that's why I don't hate it. That's why, like, even though I hate Apple for some things, like, in as much garbage as you and everyone else that hates Apple talks, I know there's a lot of people that talk lots of trash about. At least they were the last one to dump them. They were the last ones. They were the first one to let them back. They won't even unlock phones for domestic terrors.
Yeah, I mean, they have more respect for our privacy than any of the other companies.
Look who owns
total
Google.
Respect.
Look who owns Google.
Yeah.
Guess what? That cocksucker has zero love and respect for anyone's rights at all.
Yeah, and also gets much funding from Soros. Surprise, surprise.
I hate to call him a cocksucker, but that cocksucker, which is why my argument with Crystal, if they're communists, why they want to unlock a terrorist phone? Yeah, they said they want to unlock a terrorist phone because that sets a violent precedent. Because then that doesn't stop. Like, who's going to stop them from asking again for someone that isn't? Like, what? We're not doing any of it. Google.
Like, this person who's not a terrorist, but we're going to claim that we suspect them of terrorism to get you to unlock their phone. Does that fly? That's no.
Actually, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
seriously not. No.
Thank you, South Park. So see, we're completely off track, but like, hey.
This is not.
We're talking about privacy. But that's the second topic because I like the other one, privacy and all this like cock blocking piles of shit.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about privacy issues? I got some good info on that. I've got a press release from Microsoft from February.
Oh shit.
Says Adobe, ARM, BBC, Intel, Microsoft, and Trupic form a coalition to develop end-to-end open standard for tracing the origin and evolution of digital content.
That's fucking terrifying. Pardon the F-bomb again, but that's
when
you actually read it in layman's terms, that's fucking terrifying.
It's a joint development foundation project established to address the prevalence of disinformation, misinformation, and online content fraud through developing technical standards for certifying the source and history or provenance of media content. Founding members are Adobe, ARM, BBC, Intel, Microsoft, and Trupic seek to establish a standardized provenance solution with the goal of combating misleading content.
Thank you, Apple, for not being on there.
Yes. It enables publishers, creators, and consumers to trace the origin and evolution of a piece of media, including images, videos, audio, and documents.
Don't do that. Why? Steve Jobs will roll over his grave and come back and kill you all. Like, he hated everyone. Regardless, Steve Jobs liked money, and he hated everyone.
It's
everyone.
Tracking. Yeah, end-to-end tracking. So exactly where it came from, where it's going to.
Steve Jobs, if he hated one thing, it was human beings. Love him to death. He was an innovator. He didn't make the ideas, but he came up with the ideas, and he tormented people until they figured out his idea. Mm-hmm. Steve Jobs, was kind of an asshole.
But yeah, we'll talk about privacy invasion. They want to track everything, and then from when you post it, they want to track who posted it, and and it says the evolution of it. So who views it, where it goes.
It's terrifying.
And straight from the person who posts it to the consumer. So I post it, they're tracing me. You watch it, they're tracing you. Like that's
why I don't.
That's not an invasion of privacy at all.
No. Hell, here's a good one. The National Academy of Sports Medicine, the NASM that you see the commercials for all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. A certain someone I know, going doing all those, courses and stuff, never said it out loud. Never had the book in camera. Sure as shit, the next day, I was getting advertisements for the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and it was nowhere. And we didn't say it out loud. Like, can I bring my book in here? Yep. That's all we said. Can I leave it here? Sure. Wasn't on camera, but sure as shit. Suddenly I'm going on Facebook going, why'd you just turn sideways?
What the fuck?
She's gone. She vanished. This is called technical difficulties, people. Apparently, she was tired of talking to me. Who isn't tired of talking to me? Everyone's tired of talking to me. But while she's gone, could have been her phone, could have talked way longer than we were supposed to. We're almost up to 2 hours now. I enjoyed it. I know she enjoyed it. Don't forget to check her out on the H Ski Show. She's not on Facebook, but she's on Rumble, Parlor. She's on a bunch, all the real conservative places. She's on there. Don't forget them. Again, check me out. It's Jesse Rucinski Show across all platforms. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Parlor occasionally when I remember to do it. Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Overcast. It's everywhere. Comment on the videos. Let us know what you think. Check her out at the H Ski Show, please. She needs all the, that's how we get this going. And don't forget to share. Share. Share out the wazoo. Share as much as you can, because it helps all of us. And we'll be back on Friday, and possibly, I think we're going to close it out on a Sunday together. So check us all out. Again, don't forget to follow her show, the H Ski Show. We appreciate it. And it was fun. It was a good, we had a good talk. We might have sidebarred, but damn it, it was a good talk. And until next time, peace.